Decided to hop on some MWR today because, I mean, fuck it, who cares? According to the title here, as you can see, and if you haven't seen the video up on FaZe Clan, I would go and recommend, you know, trying that out, taking a look at it, pulling as much information as you can from there. But basically, the FaZe 5 is coming, and currently at the moment, actually, they're in the middle of announcing a few people that they're picking up before the challenge actually even starts. Not sure if it's 5 people. I think it's 5 people, actually. Don't really know the exact order that they're doing this whole thing. It might be 5 people, might be 1 now, and then the other one's like, I don't know. I forgot how ridiculous this map was. I love MWR, man. I don't care how many people shit talk this game. I loved it. And again, I have a small amount of bias here since I was able to release arguably my best montage. And by best montage, I mean, it was basically 3 minutes, but hey, I've always had a dream to make like a super long 10-minute plus ridiculous montage where it's just like 10 minutes of fucking bangers, but instead, you know, sometimes for style's sake, and I mean, at least for today's standards and how everything is, it's just better to have things that are around, you know, 5 minutes, 3 minutes minimum, I'd say, probably. It ultimately doesn't really matter. COD montages and all that shit, but so the FaZe 5 recruitment challenge, if you have no idea what any of that shit is, FaZe made it a habit years ago to hold this tryout, basically. That's what it is. It's a recruitment challenge slash tryout. It's a public thing. It's open to everybody. So a lot of things with like the whole gaming side of FaZe and all that stuff, there's a lot of people that, for a while anyway, were believing that FaZe was completely moving away from games and all that other shit, and they're just vloggers and all this other shit. It's a really played out thing that's been down in the comment section for years. Like somehow people just are still laughing at it. I don't know. And again, people still laugh at me. Maybe. So anyway, the original FaZe 5 is based off of people, mainly it was going for clips and content creation and things like that. At first it was strictly clips, like whoever the best player was, it's very likely that they'll get in. Everybody was just basically just pumping out montages and uploading constantly on their channel, just showing how many clips that they hit daily and all this other stuff. Just trying to show basically how much they could contribute to team tages and things. And at that time, team tages were the biggest videos that FaZe were creating. That's what everybody looked forward to because, you know, it was mainly the Call of Duty community and everything. Next time that came around, FaZe ended up actually kind of incorporating a little bit more than just Call of Duty clips to the challenge. Guys in game chat just begging me to 1v1. I'm saying I'm scared. I don't know, in this game I'm pretty rusty, I don't know. This time they wanted to incorporate, well, at that time it was called, quote, personality. Not just really, no offense to anybody that, you know, specifically made a bunch of COD videos and all that other shit, or specifically still makes montages or anything, but they didn't want somebody that just hit clips. You needed to be more than that. You needed to at least, you know, somehow incorporate your own personality into all the videos, because I had never actually participated in a FaZe 5. I was around them, I didn't go for them or anything, because at that time that I joined FaZe, I wasn't planning on joining teams. So that stuff was, you know, my goal. I thought, like, you know, from this point on, I was just gonna kind of be solo, and it is what it is. But I ended up getting the offer, and obviously, I mean, I had to take it. These guys just changed my life. I know everybody just has, you know, all these issues with FaZe or what they stand for. They just don't like a lot of the people, or they only watch me in FaZe and all that other stuff. It's fine. My story's unique, but I don't really want to talk about my story. I just want to talk about how everything is gonna play out. Not everything is 100% finalized, iron out. Obviously, things can change whenever I'm, you know, saying any of this information or talking about it. And obviously, I can't spill all the marbles about everything that's planned for this whole thing. But they made this announcement video, and in that video, they basically, a lot of people are confused from the start. So basically, the FaZe 5 challenge is back. It's going to be 5 people that are chosen throughout this whole time period. They're going to be just scouting, just looking for a whole bunch of people that are making content that have this hashtag involved with their content in some way, shape, or form. That's how it's able to be found. And if you're among, you know, the top 5 content creators, you make it. You win. You join FaZe, everything is there, and boom. You have a platform and just all that other shit. So immediately, without getting all of the details and going through all the boring stuff, a lot of people were trying to figure out, is it Fortnite only? Is it Call of Duty only? And all this other stuff. Is it any game? Is it this? Is it that? At the moment, for sure, you know that it's going to be Fortnite, at least. I wouldn't count Call of Duty and all of these other games out of the mix. Obviously, Fortnite is the biggest game right now. So if you're a really good Fortnite creator or content creator or just player or whatever, you could technically join if you just grind and all this other shit. Just kind of wanted to throw out some tips there. Now, even though I didn't participate in the FaZe 5, I do know what it takes in order to win it, at least in the sense of like being able to look at it from the outside anyway. FaZe Kitty, for example, somebody that had gone for this challenge twice and lost twice, he's currently still in FaZe. So also any of you guys that are out there that are like, oh, I don't think my content's good enough, or oh, I don't think I'm gonna win, what's the point of trying? Just go for it. Just try it. Even if you don't win this challenge, it helps everybody. That was the amazing thing about FaZe 5 when it was going on. It kind of brought hype around other people because people would be looking around at other competition. It gets a whole bunch of people circulating, watching all of each other's content, which in turn just helps the entire community as a whole. So even if you don't think you're gonna win, or you think your content's bad, or you think this, or you think that, or you doubt this, or you doubt that, even if you don't win, you could most definitely still benefit from it. Just have an opportunity to have more people, you know, at least look at the content, you know? There's a lot of people out there that create a lot of great content out there that are just, it's never seen by people. So that's the purpose of this whole challenge, and then bringing it into FaZe. Now, obviously, someone that's from this unique era of FaZe, I would say, of being recruited before I think the second FaZe 5 happened. I forget the timeline completely. Just all I know is that there was a FaZe 5 about to happen, and they asked me like, hey, would you go for this challenge? This is before the challenge was out. I didn't really show any interest or anything like that. Obviously, I thought it'd be a cool thing, but it wasn't something that I was going for. And the reason I keep mentioning that is because a lot of people, I'm sure, they've never even thought about joining FaZe, but with this thing coming up, it's just an opportunity. So that's why I'm saying it like that. It's gonna sound very general, and honestly, I encourage anybody else that are looking into this whole FaZe 5 thing. There's gonna be obviously multiple members that make a video on this whole specific situation, challenge, and all this other stuff, and those people have actually been through the challenge, so maybe they could actually offer some more insight. But as somebody that has been on the outside, and I was able to have conversations with people and how people are picking which person to select out of, you know, the 20 people, the 10 people, all this other shit, once they broke down all of the top creators throughout this challenge over time, I could see exactly what everybody was going for. So they're looking for somebody, at least at that time, either streams on a normal basis, uploads on a normal basis, or both. Somebody that has probably been active for a while. Obviously, if you haven't been active for a good amount of time and this whole thing is just kind of encouraging you to start up, you're obviously not out of the race, but obviously it's a good look to be somebody that has been grinding for a long time, even before the challenge. If not, it's not that big of a deal as long as you just put this grind on, you start the grind even right now before the actual challenge starts. It's coming, it's not an exact start date, you don't have to sit there and spam FaZe 5 inside of all of your titles and stuff like that at the moment, although there are already a lot of people that are doing that, so you can do it, even if it's before the competition time. Obviously, activity is the biggest thing that they want to see. They want to see somebody that, you know, wants this. Also, obviously, you don't want to be like a complete troll on Twitter or somebody that just like sits around and just says and does really stupid shit all the time on there. I just feel like I can't continue without mentioning that I did specifically tell them that I'm not going for FaZe 5 because I didn't feel like I could compete with the people that were in that challenge. So they recruited me before the actual challenge happened. I was already under the impression that I was going to end up joining before the challenge started. Right now, obviously, Fortnite is the biggest game in the world, so they're looking for the greatest content creators that they possibly can out there for the game. I actually haven't uploaded Fortnite in a month. I should probably upload Fortnite. I think it'd actually be an interesting video to see how much worse I got at the game by not playing the game for at least 3 weeks. I haven't uploaded the game in like 28 days or 30 days or some shit like that, which is surprising. I was just trying to get to a whole bunch of different games. I wasn't trying to stop playing Fortnite. I even remember specifically telling people that I didn't want to stop uploading Fortnite or stop uploading Call of Duty. I'm still going to be uploading and playing both of them, but not uploading a certain game for a month is a really long time, so maybe tomorrow I'll do some Fortnite. It'd be an interesting video to see how much worse I had actually gotten by not keeping up and basically just seeing how rusty I am by not playing for that period of time. I may have played it at least a couple times in that period, obviously not for a video or whatever. I'm not really sure though. A 20 kill streak, relentless. Biggest thing obviously is the quality of the content. If you're not like a daily uploader or every other day, or you're somebody that uploads twice a week, maybe something like that, or even somebody that takes a lot of time to create something, it's not like you're completely out of this. You don't have to be someone that's specifically going for clips. You don't need to make montages, make your commentaries. You can make like your cinematography type of like funny videos. You can make a really serious video. You can do whatever. You have like this super high quality content and it's not uploaded often. I'm sure that's something that they could definitely look into as well. It's just any type of content creator, that's what they're looking for, obviously with Fortnite at the moment anyway. Other games definitely aren't, you know, ruled out or anything like that. Just some of the details and all this other stuff still need to be figured out for all that. Even for all of you Call of Duty players out there, especially with Black Ops 4 dropping, I'm sure that there's going to be more than just this whole thing being just Fortnite and all this other stuff. So definitely just all of you guys that are thinking about going for it, just grind, create as much content as you possibly can, obviously up to a certain standard that you're happy with. You obviously don't want to spam half-ass things. You want to create your best stuff because, you know, people are going to be looking at it. And also, obviously, after you end up joining the team, they want to be able to see that you're not just gonna, you know, lose all motivation at that point. Joining FaZe isn't just the end goal. That's really the beginning. Obviously, one step at a time. Just concentrate on your own content. Don't worry about too much, you know, what everybody else is doing, trying to compare yourself and, oh, I don't think my content is as good as this guy's or this dude's or this girl's or this person's, whatever. Just worry about yourself. Work on your own content. And again, even if you don't win, even if you feel like it's for nothing, it's always for something. So it doesn't matter what kind of following you have. People already at this point that were pretty small creators are already been picked up and have been picked up. They know what they're looking for, so hopefully I helped to some degree to build up some confidence for some people, because a lot of people just don't even attempt. I was one of those people, so that's why I'm explaining it that way. I completely understand that whole feeling. I didn't even want to attempt to go for it because I just didn't feel like I was good enough, nor was that a goal, so I didn't like care enough to really put myself in that position to just like compete with people. It just made me really uncomfortable. Don't think of it as that way. Think of it as something that is an opportunity for yourself, a way to improve your own content and stuff, a thing to motivate you. And yeah, just leave it at that, leave it that simple, and just create your content. Just create. So tomorrow, probably gonna try to hop back on Fortnite, try to knock some of the rust off. It'll probably be pretty interesting to watch. So obviously, if you don't want to join FaZe, if you don't want to go for the challenge and all that stuff, it's still a great thing to just be a part of, to even just watch and spectate, because so many people are motivated and so many people are creating content and they feel like it has more of a purpose. It's a win-win for everybody, the creators, all the people, even if they don't win, the winners themselves, and the viewers, everybody wins. So anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope I helped in some way. Did it discourage anybody? More or less just encouraged you guys to just go for it. Anyway, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. My most recent videos are popping up on the screen here. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed, and yeah, it's FaZe Jev, guys. Later. I got pussy in my DNA.